Alright, and it appears it's just going to be me on this match commentating. Hopefully Buddy will be able to join us this next game. And it's going to be a really weird because I really don't have anything that special to say. We do see, however, that Moody here is going for the early expansion. He's going to go for the expansion first. He's not going to go for the spawning pool first. So he's going to go a bit more economical. Maybe for like 3 base before pool. That is a possibility that he could be doing. However, here we have Dazzy just going for the gateway, and it appears something happened. I guess someone came online on something. And he's got gas here. Not producing any probes here, which is kind of an issue. Maybe he needs the pylons. He does need to get a pylon. Look at that. 17 out of 18. He needs to get a pylon. Dazzy, why are you chrono boosting? Well, I need a pylon, Dazzy. We do see here that Moody, he isn't going for the 3. Hello.
Hey man, yeah, Buddy left, so you're gonna cast, and if you need some, you know, insights, I might help. Although I must say I'm a Terran player, and ZVP is not my strongest matchup.
Oh, yeah, nice. It's fine, don't worry.
Understandable, yeah.
Yeah, maybe Buddy will come out later. Maybe the internet will get fixed later on. But thanks, man. But anyways, we do see a bit of Stalker being produced here for Dazzy, going for the warp gate, not chrono boosting the warp gate. He's just chrono boosting the probes. He's not gonna go for anything like too iffy early on, especially because forgetting against a Zerg player, not really, you know, the best play you could do. At least he's getting a bit of money, so he could be going for an expansion here with the probe moving out. That's probably what's going to happen, although he's moving out because he's going to go for the gold. Is he going to try for...
I don't know, he seems to save up that energy on the Nexus.
Yeah, that's true, he's still saving. Hopefully that's... he's actually saving and not just, you know, forgetting about it.
Yeah.
Although we do see Moody here producing a lot of Zerglings. He's not producing any drones. He's just going to do a bit of an early aggression. But, I actually stand corrected. Dazzy could be going for the 5-gate all-in again. I think it was Dazzy that went for the 5-gate all-in last time. And
yes,
he's going
it was.
Yeah, and he's going for it again. Hopefully it'll work out. But Moody is preparing himself accordingly. He's just getting a lot of Zerglings. He's going to get speed soon. So Moody's probably going to be able to defend this. But if okay, yeah, Moody's going to defend this. He's getting a Roach Warren now. He's got Zergling speed. He's getting some drones. He's getting a better economy. Moody is most likely going to defend this. Maybe he can get like a Zergling or 2, but that pylon's going to get destroyed. That is a huge loss. This Stalker's going to get destroyed as well. The Zealot in the back. That is just an unfortunate mistake. And now... oh, that's how it got surrounded. That's horrible. He did kill a couple of Lings, though, but that's a lot of money lost for the Protoss player, and it's so early in the game.
How are we in terms of units lost this far?
200 for the Zerg, and 500 for the Toss.
That's a lot. That's a lot of minerals early.
Yeah, and he's forced to kill his own pylon to be able to kill these Zerglings, but he is actually being able to hold this off okay. No issues here. A couple sentries being produced, maybe to trap the units. There we go. That is beautiful. A lot of those Zerglings got trapped, got nowhere to run, and they're getting destroyed here. Alright, so we're seeing a bit of a difference in Dazzy's play because, you know, he can't really attack now. He can't apply pressure now because Moody knows how to defend, but we got a lair coming around. We got a Spore Crawl. He's getting ready for some Void Rays or something just iffy, like Dark Templars. He's just getting prepared. And he's doing some Zergling aggression here. Now, there's an issue here with Dazzy. He's not getting an expansion, which could be a lot of trouble, especially against a Zerg player.
Once you commit to
a 5-gate,
to a 4-gate, 5-gate, yeah, to kind of an all-in, it's hard. Save the money for the expansion. And once you decided to go for an all-in, you're
You have to
already
go.
behind in some way.
Yeah. More Zerglings here being produced for Moody. He's gonna defend this attack, I think, without a problem. Although some force fields here could be great. Although those Zerglings get destroyed by those Zealots, but those Zealots are pretty much also getting destroyed by those Zerglings, so it's kind of weird. That force field, though, protecting the pylon was an actually nice play. And in terms of units lost, the Zerg has actually lost more now, but there's just Zerglings. But now the Roaches are coming in. Now, Moody, he's going to defend this perfectly. I mean, Roaches, they just do great against most Protoss units, gateway units at least,
Yeah.
especially in large numbers. And these are kind of large numbers. I mean, 8 Roaches, that's a pretty considerable number. But an
How many
Immortal,
zealots and how many sentries are there?
right now, 3 Zealots and 1 Sentry.
That's not enough.
Yeah, but he's getting
against
some
those
more,
roaches.
sentries. Getting an Immortal, which is amazing. But I don't know if it'll arrive in time. Moody is already moving in with the Roaches. More Roaches. They just keep getting created and morphed in. Right, he's getting the economy still going, and the Immortal is pretty much done. A second or two, and it's done.
Burrow
Boom,
done.
shakalaka. Burrow is, I'm not sure actually.
Wait, Daisy has no observer, right?
Who, Dazzy?
Daisy.
Oh.
Does he have an observer?
No, he doesn't.
How he's gonna be able to face those burrowed roaches?
Roaches, yeah, I don't know. He actually does have Burrow, so that could be an issue. So he does need to get an observer, but at the same time he does need the Immortals for the Roaches, so it's kind of a tough situation. Now, the force field here could be amazing. Force field, there we go! Trapping all of the Roaches in the Protoss base for the Immortal to absolutely destroy them. Now that was beautiful, but they burrow. So, you know, there's that little issue. And instead of making an observer, he's making a warp prism. But still, that was a pretty good engagement there. Although, in terms of units lost, they are pretty much even. But he decides to move out with his army. But the 2 Roaches that were burrowed, I should say, they start moving in. And there you go, he's making the observer. And a couple of Stalkers are just being made to protect here. And they're getting burrowed, and there's always that little problem that it just buys Moody a lot of time here. In terms of upgrades, Moody is getting an upgrade, +1 attack, ranged at least. He's getting the Roach's upgrade to move while burrowed, and he has a Muta nest, or spire I should say. Because the name
Spire.
the name just escaped my mind. But
that happens.
yeah, the units for Dazzy.
But you know what I see that makes me worry? I see no second base for Daisy yet.
Yeah, but the third base for Moody is really delayed as well. So
Yeah,
that is also an issue.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. This case.
Right, this Overseer gets destroyed. Is there an observer on this army? Yes, there is. And these Roaches are getting destroyed while burrowed. They're not doing anything. But they didn't get destroyed that much. But the force fields here preventing the Roaches from doing anything buys the Protoss player a little bit more time to get some more Immortals, some reinforcements. But the Protoss is not producing anything. He's just not doing anything. Well, the Zerg player is getting 11 Roaches and a couple of Overlords. But here we go. The Warp Prism just goes into warp mode and gets the units in with the warp gates. Now this could be a bit tough for either player. The Spine Crawlers here are gonna help a lot, but they already went down, and hopefully maybe Moody can do some sick Roach burrow micro here, but I don't know. I don't know if he'll even need it. But the 2 Immortals here, they seem to be handling it just fine. One of them might die, 2 of them actually. But there's a Muta here already. There's enough Stalkers to deal with the Mutas, especially if they come one at a time like they did. So this seems like a good game for Dazzy, but it's just too soon to tell. 20 Lings being morphed, 3 spine crawlers at the main, so the main's going to be safe for now. And probably the natural as well. But this is still a lot of losses for the Zerg player. But Hydras, they're going to demolish these Stalkers and the Zealots as well. So right now, it's just not looking good for the Protoss player anymore because of these Hydras. These Hydras just...
Wrecking.
Yeah,
Their
they...
DPS, I just said it today to someone. Every time I see Hydras, I'm surprised by their DPS.
They're really good units. Really effective. And still, no second base from our Protoss player. And he's actually destroying a pylon with a probe here.
Again, it's the third pylon that he destroys
Yeah, it is.
to be able to move out.
And his macro is failing heavily. No production or anything. None of the sorts.
I guess he's going for kind of an all-in.
Alright,
He's way behind in terms of economy. He can't replenish his army in the same speed as the Zerg can on 3 bases.
Yeah, and he can't possibly get a good enough of an economy to be able to get Colossus and Gateway units. And one of the sentries almost dies, but it didn't. It was really close though. Probably one more hit from a Zerg and it would be dead. Now I think, yeah, there you go. Dazzy is finally at the 18-minute mark getting the first expansion. That's a bit late.
Just a bit.
Yeah, just
Not too
a
much.
scooch. The third base for Moody, though, it's not really mining a lot. It's just, you know, mining. Getting a couple of workers there or
Yeah,
drones.
I guess just because of how this game goes.
Yeah,
this
Moody's
game
being forced to play
feels
defensively.
yeah, he's being forced to morph in units instead of drones.
Which is good for the Protoss player. He's not
It is
moving.
good, but a Protoss player is not capitalizing on it. He's
Exactly.
staying on one base.
Well, now he's going for the second. He might go for
Yeah.
the third as well.
He should go for the third as well. He needs to replenish that worker count to be able to make the comeback to this game.
Although he needs to get some units. I mean, he needs to get
Because
something
the
that'll go against
supply
these
are
Hydras.
double.
Wow,
Double.
more than double.
Yeah.
Oh, he's getting a Dark Shrine now. That would be kind of a good play, although he does have an Overseer. So he wouldn't
Yeah,
do
he already
that much.
ready for that with spores and no line.
Yeah.
I guess
Although
that was anticipated.
Yeah, but they're pretty good units against Hydras.
They're good unit against every unit. Yeah, their DPS
True.
is very, very high. But
And he's hallucinating some Colossus, and the Zerg actually focused him down, but just because he could, damage is just too high. And he doesn't even care. He just kills his Colossus first, and he just moves in. And there's nothing that the Protoss player can do now. He is absolutely destroyed already. He is...
not 1-1 even for both players, I think.
Yeah, Zerg has one attack, and GG, Moody ties it up and giving the clan war a 3-3. This is becoming a real nail biter.
Yeah, this clan war has become very, very close. Wait, I think Buddy is already on again. Check, please.
No, he's not.
So I will be happy to get an invite for the next game. Wait, yeah, Buddy is...
Alright, so Dazzy move. Who's the next one for us? There you go.
I'm just asking Buddy if he can rejoin us.
Alright.